Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey guys, what's good? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. I'm your host Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball. Now, most of you guys know that Michael Jordan is my favorite player of all time, and I have many videos of him where he dominates. But in today's episode, I want to show you something a little bit different. In today's episode, I want to cover 10 times where Michael Jordan got humiliated or embarrassed or simply did something which wasn't that great. But before we dive into that, I want to give a quick shout out to the Patreons of this episode. Thanks a lot, you guys, for supporting the show. As always, it's really appreciated. And I would say enough of that blah blah. Let's get right into today's episode. Now, the first moment that I want to talk about involves Michael Jordan and Nick Anderson. It is the 1995 NBA playoffs, and the Orlando Magic are playing the Chicago Bulls with a Michael Jordan who just had his comeback. MJ, not being himself at that point, had his ups and downs in this series. But there was that one moment that really sticks out in this playoff series. It is game 1 and the game is on the line. Only a few more seconds, and of course the ball goes to Michael Jordan. And then this happens.
91-90 the score. Chicago with the lead with 18 and 1/10 seconds to play. And Jordan spinning his way against Anderson. Here comes Hardaway for Bradford. The Magic by 1, 6 and 2/10 seconds to go. Another look as Nick Anderson did it from behind, chasing Jordan, knocked it away, leading to this. And Penny Hardaway finds Horace Grant.
As we all know, the Orlando Magic won that series and made it to the NBA Finals. But this was not the only moment that Nick Anderson had on Michael Jordan. MJ, who was always known to be this unblockable guy, especially with his fadeaway jump shot, was guarded by Nick Anderson the following year. And Nick Anderson got the fadeaway jump shot.
Won an NBA championship this year.
There's that message again. Horace Grant wanting his younger teammates not to settle for anything less. And it was Chicago native Nick Anderson doing it again to Michael Jordan, coming up with the rejection. It's been a nightmare second half for Michael Jordan. Catching there, and Nick Anderson just timed it.
Now, the next two moments that I want to talk about involve Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Now, we all know that Hakeem Olajuwon was one of the best defenders of all time. He was even able to cover a guard. And there were two situations where he really proved that. Now, the first one that we're going to take a look at is where Hakeem Olajuwon blocks Michael Jordan 4 times in a single game.
Paxson right side of the move, swings it outside to Curitan, into Jordan. Michael in deep, scoop pass tipped out of bounds by Houston. The Bulls get the ball with 13 to shoot. Field. Paxson turning on the dribble, in from the left side, kicks to Jordan in the left corner. Michael on the move against McRae, into the left, lays it high. Blocked inside, Olajuwon, no good. Pax works into the left corner. Jordan has it left of the circle. Michael in from the left side, lays it up, blocked, no goal. Houston away with another. Oakley left baseline. Underneath pass to Jordan. Michael indeed got fouled. No call. Houston.
Now, with those 4 blocks in one game, it would not be the only time where Hakeem Olajuwon defeated Michael Jordan. There was another situation where he actually blocked a possible game winner. Let's have a look.
Rockets will be playing perimeter defense. Jordan for 3. Blocked by Olajuwon. And Hakeem takes it to end the game. The Bulls have lost 2 in a row. Hakeem Olajuwon out to get Jordan.
Next, we'll have Michael Jordan and Bradford Smith. Now, if you have watched the Last Dance documentary, you might know the story, but if you're not, I'm pretty sure you never heard of Bradford Smith. He only played a few years in the NBA, and his impact was, well, let's say not the greatest. But in the early 1990s, his Washington Bullets played against the Chicago Bulls, and he took MJ apart.
Do you know the Bradford Smith story? Has anybody told you that? This was back in '93.
At one guard.
The Bullets were terrible. Bradford Smith was their draft pick. But this is what I always say, you never know. It could be your night, you never know. This night is Bradford Smith's night.
Bradford Smith left wing drains it. Bradford Smith came off the screen from 16. Wow. Baseline. Smith has hit everything else from there. One and another one.
Bradford Smith had a game. I mean, he had a game of games.
Side Jordan posted up against Smith.
And for whatever reason, Michael couldn't make a basket.
Spins in the lane. Couldn't get it. Bradford Smith.
Michael hits him on the body, and he nails it. Smith, he has really got that touch going.
No, we're not talking about that guy. We're talking about Bradford Smith.
In Chicago, Bradford Smith scores 37 points against Michael Jordan.
And the next moment that I'm going to talk about involves Michael Jordan and Reggie Lewis. Reggie Lewis was supposed to carry the torch from Larry Bird, and he was really going for it. In the early 1990s, he was one of the best two-way players in the league, and every time he was playing against Michael Jordan, he made his life very, very tough.
The Reggie thing, you know, I just think he doesn't get his just due historically. That was the only guy I saw from that era at that position who would really go with Jordan. Like, he gave Jordan, back me up.
Yeah, yes, he did. He did. I was there.
Gave Jordan a lot of trouble.
He sure did. He was long, he was smooth, effortless, unassuming at times. Then you'd look up and he'd have 36, 38.
Then, of course, there was the one game where Reggie Lewis guarded Michael Jordan like no one ever did before. And he was the only other wing player who blocked Michael Jordan 4 times in a single game.
I looked at him as a quiet assassin. He was just an offensive machine.
He blocked 4 of Michael Jordan's shots in one game. There's no one in all of Michael's career that can make that claim.
To pull out of a slump that has affected him throughout the month of March. Jordan had it deflected. The block 14 for 21 from the line. Here's Jordan going left and rejected by Lewis.
Have long arms and good athleticism here. Lewis around 6'7", can extend, get up, and actually Jordan was shooting.
Out of 10 on the shot clock. Jordan, he had it deflected. Parrish on the rebound. Pippen with the step, and then rejected by Bird. Jordan was deflected short. Oh, superb defensive sequence.
Now, with all the amazing and incredible plays that Michael Jordan had in his entire NBA career, it's kind of easy to forget that also MJ had some air balls and some missed dunks. Now, let's have a look at some of his worst plays.
Here's the ball loose. Michael Jordan a steal. Michael Jordan on a solo. Oh! The dog against Boston this happened.
A foot raised down the court with Ian Carr. He powered it off the back of the rim.
Whoa!
Slam off the heel of the rim.
The tip, and here comes Jordan. And he blew the shot.
And the next play that we're going to talk about involves Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson. As an old school NBA fan, you should know this one. Allen Iverson was always known for his incredible killer crossover. But if we take a look at his most memorable one, it has to be the one against Michael Jordan.
Watch this.
Big, nice play. Very quick move. He goes to left is right, is left is right, and he comes up with a jumper.
Tell me about the little guy's crossover. Very quick.
Now, the last moment that we're going to take a look at involves Michael Jordan and Grant Hill. Now, we have to remember back in the mid-1990s, Grant Hill and Michael Jordan kind of had this little rivalry going on because Grant Hill was supposed to be the next Michael Jordan, so they really were going at it. But when Jordan was playing for the Wizards, yeah, there was that one game where Grant Hill dominated MJ. But because I love MJ so much, I want you to watch the video to the end because the story turns out pretty well for MJ. Let's have a look.
So Jordan, I'm playing in Orlando. It's his last year. We play them in Orlando first, and I'm blocking his shot. Like, I'm locking him up. Like, I'm doing my thing again. I blocked his shot like 3 or 4 times. Like, I'm having my way against him defensively. Now, granted, he's 40 years old, but I'm feeling good about myself. So fast forward a month later, we're in D.C. My ankle, we go to a doctor in Baltimore, and basically he tells me I'm done. Like, my ankle's, you know, once again, it's not healed, it's broken, I have to have surgery. But I wanted to play against Jordan one last time. And so we're playing the Wizards. It's a TNT game.
Wait,
Thursday
don't you
night.
want to go out where you dominate him and you're blocking his shots?
I'm just thinking, you know, my ego. Like, I'm thinking, like, I had him the last game. I don't need this left ankle. Just give me some.
I only need one ankle.
Give me a bunch of Motrin.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out here. And when I tell you, he torched me in that first quarter. Like literally, he gave me 20 points in the first quarter.
All right, you guys, that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel and click the notifications button so you always get notified once I upload a new video. All right, you guys, you all be healthy. Take care and goodbye.